Okay. Now we have already started. Is this visible to everybody? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we have already started with this chapter of ETL and data processing. डेटा प्रोसेसिंग मतलब क्या, जो भी डेटा माइनिंग के लिए जो डेटा आता है डेटा वेयर हाउस में से, हमें इसके ऊपर तीन तरीके की प्रोसेसिंग करनी पड़ती है. वन, डेटा क्लीनिंग. सेकेंड वन, डेटा इंटीग्रेशन. And we call it a data transformation, and then what is called the data reduction. Okay, data reduce भी करना करते हैं because we are getting records in billions of rows and multiple columns. Okay, सो कॉलम की लिमिटेशन नहीं होते कुछ नहीं, बट हमें कुछ डिसीजन लेने के लिए हमें एक परफेक्ट डेटा हमारे सामने होना बहुत ज़रूरी है. So first is cleaning. We have already gone transformation and reductions. Okay. So these three parts we have already covered as far as this chapter is concerned. Now we'll go into the details about the remaining parts of this chapter. Okay. So in last chapter I have gone for the data reduction. किस तरीके से हम data reduce कर सकते हैं short way. वन इज़ विथ डेटा क्यूब. मैंने ये वीडियो मैंने डाला है, यू कैन रेफर द वीडियोस. इनमें बहुत डिटेल में बताया कि मैंने हाउ कैन वी कैन गो फॉर डेटा रिडक्शन. ओके. And now in today's session we will be talking about the data transformation. Now this is the most important part of that is called the data transformation in data mining. So what do you mean by data transformation? Can anyone tell me? दिस इज डेटा क्लीनिंग. वी हैव डन डेटा रिडक्शन. डेटा क्लीनिंग से डेटा क्लीन करना है, मानी नल वैल्यूज वो सब कुछ चेक करना है. रिडक्शन के अंदर कॉलम कम करना है, समराइज डेटा एग्रीगेशन डेटा के ऊपर ही वर्कआउट करना है. कैन एनीवन टेल मी व्हाट इज डेटा ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन देन, व्हाट वी आर डूइंग ओवर हियर? what is transformation then? Yes,
Making changes.
making changes. Okay. Now what changes you can do in database? Yes. Now see, whenever you are storing your data into data warehouse, it is in denormalized form. बताए ना? Yes or no? Data is in denormalized form. Now मतलब क्या denormalization? Now see, these are the tables. Suppose this is a table, that is some user, and this is some target table. Now this is primary key and this is primary key. Now if I having this reference, if I want to use this reference into my another table, what I'll do is that ये इसको हम बोलेंगे primary key. Now this is a primary key I want to use here into this one, so then now this will become a foreign key. And कौन सी टेबल में की है ये वाला टेबल में की है. कौन सा कॉलम के साथ इसका नाम है, यहाँ का नाम है. मैं यहाँ पर नाम उसका चेंज भी कर सकता हूँ. आई कैन चेंज द नेम ऑफ दिस कॉलम. यू जस्ट चेक इट. सो दिस, इसको मैं यहाँ पर कुछ भी नाम दे सकता हूँ. दिस इज माई यूजर डिफाइंड नेम. नाउ दिस विल बी रेफर्ड टू दिस की ऑफ द टेबल. दिस इज द टेबल. तो ये हम इसको रेफर कर सकते. दिस इज कॉल्ड एज अ नॉर्मलाइजेशन. ओके. नॉर्मलाइजेशन मतलब क्या, यू आर रेफरिंग वन रिकॉर्ड, one column from one table into another table by the key called as a foreign key. Are you clear with this one? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So this is called a normalization. Normalization मतलब क्या, dividing a record into multiple columns, dividing the record into multiple tables. This is called as normalization. And डेटा वेयर हाउस में जब भी ये डेटा स्टोर होता है, डेटा वेयर हाउस के अंदर जब भी ये डेटा स्टोर होता है, इट इज इन डीनॉर्मलाइज्ड फॉर्म. डीनॉर्मलाइज्ड फॉर्म मतलब क्या, जिसके अंदर देयर इज नो फॉरेन की references, there is no foreign key references. Are you clear with this one? No foreign key references. This is denormalization form, and this is present into your data warehouses. Now you are removing this data and you are doing mining now. Mining मतलब क्या, you are connecting your data warehouses और उसमें से आप डेटा को रिट्राइव करते, माइन करके आप एक रिपोर्ट जनरेट करने वाले. क्या करने वाले? रिपोर्ट्स जनरेट करने वाले. रिपोर्ट्स जनरेट करने वाले हैं. सो डेटा वेयरहाउस का डेटा जो है denormalize whenever you are mining it, and whenever you want to do some generalization, you have to go for normalization. Normalization मतलब क्या, you have to convert your data with into फॉरेन की, प्राइमरी की, ये सब कुछ आपको यूज करना पड़ेगा. एफ के, दैट इज फॉरेन की, प्राइमरी की. सो यू हैव टू यूज दिस वन वेन एवर यू आर कन्वर्टिंग denormalization into normalization. Are you clear with this? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? Reply, anyone? What about remaining? Snehal, Mamta?
Yes,
आप
sir.
रिप्लाई देते जाओ, तब तक मुझे समझ में नहीं आएगा क्या है. ओके, तभी जाके हम कोई रिपोर्ट्स बना सकते हैं. देन ओनली वी कैन गो फॉर जनरेटिंग रिपोर्ट, बिकॉज रिपोर्ट इज ओनली being created whenever you are fetching records from different tables. when where multiple tables के ऊपर आप रिट्राइव करके तभी जाके कुछ डेटा आप रिट्राइव करके उसके सामने रिप्लेस कर सकते हैं, डिस्प्ले कर सकते हैं. ये ध्यान में रखना है. ओके, सो in data transformation which is done in data mining, there are things you have to do this one. So first one is smoothing. ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन करते समय आपको डेटा स्मूथ करना है. मतलब क्या? रिपीटेड नॉइजी डेटा को आपको निकालना है. ओके, अननेसेसरी you are writing, you are using some algorithm where we will be doing smoothing. मतलब क्या? noisy data means the data which is having no reason, that is having no conclusion, you cannot have a conclusion on that data. That noisy data you are removing it. The technique is called as smoothing. Is it clear to you? First technique. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Second one is aggregation. Aggregation मतलब क्या? You will be using some aggregation function like concatenation, or you can use some function like one simple example, that is aggregation function I want to show you, that is assignments. So just like this left joint, right joints, you are working with aggregation functions like minimum, maximum. See this? So yeah, so suppose I want to get a salary of minimum and maximum, and I want to get a difference between the minimum salary and maximum salary. This aggregation function min max will be helping us. Okay, so this aggregation function of minimum, maximum, average function, count function, sum function. Okay, so these functions are aggregation functions. So whenever you want to do some conclusion, you want to get some record with getting some consistent information, in those situations you will be using aggregation functions. So you want to get a cell, that is a total number of how many people have we have cell in last month or last decade or last quarter. So transformation of data into small record is done with the aggregation function. Then deserialization, this keyword, this word we have used yesterday in the process of called as डेटा रिडक्शन. डेटा रिडक्शन में हमने देखा था डेटा कैन बी रिड्यूस विद द हेल्प ऑफ डिसेंट्रलाइजेशन, दैट इज यूजिंग टॉप डाउन और बॉटम अप. डिसेंट्रलाइजेशन विल बी यूज्ड. This can be again being used for the purpose of data transformation. Fourth one is attribute construction. You will be creating attribute. Then you can go for generalization technique. Then you have to go for normalization, that is normalization of data. Then normalization में भी दो तीन तरीके से, one is min max normalization, second one is what we call as z score normalization. Okay, so and last one is decimal scaling. Okay, so these are the basic ways in which you can do go for data transformation. Okay, so data transformation is done whenever you have fetched a data and you have reduced the data. Fetching a data is nothing but data cleaning. Then you have gone for reducing the data, that is column size is been reduced. Okay, column size is been reduced. Checking it कौन से column पे वो काम है. अगर there are 6 columns, if you want to generate some record, and you can try it with minimum column, then move further, and if it is you are getting a reports with 3 columns, then this is more than enough. Okay, so reduction will be reducing the column size, the record, and you will be doing aggregation. And transformation is for the purpose of getting excellent records, that is excellent reports with small set of data. And how to get this data? It is very simple. You have to go for smoothing of the records by removing noisy datas, okay, from the data set using some algorithms. and this will allow the highlight the important features, that is smoothing is nothing but removing the noisy data using some algorithm. Now these algorithms are ready-madely available in the tools. You don't have to take attention about the tools. Ready-made tools are available in the market. You just go through the root tools and you can go for smoothing. मतलब क्या, unnecessary noisy data will be reduced. Aggregation function. Now see what is aggregation. Data collection or aggregation is method of storing and presenting a data into the summarized format, just like the examples I have shown you, that is a sum function, or you can say that is count function, or max function, or min function, or you can call as an average function. So this type of functions are already available. These are what you call the aggregation function, and this function will be helping us to aggregate your data. So this is one more technique. Are you clear with this one, aggregation? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? See, deserialization, this is the process of transforming continuous data. See this, deserialization is the process of transforming continuous data into a set of small intervals. Continuous data को small interval में, यानी you are dividing our data into multiple small set. Most data mining activities you will find in real world scenarios, you will be finding these people are working with deserialization, means a huge data is divided into small set of data. This is called as a deserialization. Okay, so if you are having the category of data, suppose you have a huge data and you want to divide the data, so on what parameter you will be dividing? So for example, age of 1 to 10 you will be calling it as young age, 11 to 20 some middle age, more than 20-30 age you can call it as senior age. मतलब क्या, automatically if you are having, suppose for example Indian population is 130 billion, okay, 130 1.3 million is the population. Now if you are having the other information of the people of 130 million, 1.30 million, so what you will be dividing is that इतना बड़ा data retrieve करना, firing a query on it is very difficult. So in this situation what you will be doing, you will use using the age, that is the date of birth, and on the date of birth you will be calculating the exact current age. Okay, so what is the current age, and this current age will be helping us to divide it into the category called as what you call as young, how many young peoples are there. Then second one you will be talking about how are the middle age peoples are there, having the Aadhaar card, and third one you can go for the what you call as an senior citizens. Okay, who are there in this Aadhaar card information. So 1.3 billion records, million records can be divided into small segment, and this small segment is nothing but deserialization. Yes, are you getting? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
इससे भी हम रिकॉर्ड का यानी ट्रांसफॉर्म कर सकते हैं. ट्रांसफॉर्मिंग मतलब क्या, रिकॉर्डिंग, डिलीटिंग और रिमूविंग what you call as dividing the record, your whole table into small set of table. This is called as deserialization. This we have declared explained in the previous session very precisely. Okay, now constraint. Attribute constraint मतलब क्या, whenever a new attributes are created and apply to the assisting the mining process, the given set of attributes simply specifies the original data and make minimum more. Now see, the attribute construction matlab kya, at the runtime if you want to do some mathematical operations, so temporary attributes matlab kya, temporary some columns are being created, and after your task is being over, the columns are automatically been divided or that has been deleted automatically. So transformation will be helping us to retrieve the data and do some manipulation in temporary attribute, that is temporary column, do the manipulation, generate the report, and then after that delete that column automatically. Now see, this is temporary table being created, temporary column is being created just for the summarizing some information. So this is one more thing that you can do in data transformation. Then generalization, जैसे मैंने बोला है कि you can go for generalizing the data, that is young and old. For example, the age initial in minimum 25 to 25, you can convert into generalizing that the people having age from 22 to 25, if the data you can call it them as a young. If the people are having age more than 60, up till 100, consider that I'm as an old people. So generalizing and categorizing your data, that can be done over here using data transformation also. And last one, that is normalization. जैसे मैंने बोला, if whenever you are working with database and you are creating multiple tables, the most important thing is that the interconnection between the table, and that can be done with the data normalization. So data normalization involves converting all data into giving ranges, and ranges can be done with the min max normalization or z zone score normalization. So min max normalization is it transforms the original data linearly, and whereas in z cross normalization, a z cross normalization or zero mean normalization is the value of attribute. The normalization is based on the mean of a, where you will be using some what you call mathematical operation like a standard deviation, and based on standard deviation you will be normalizing your data. Okay. And third one is decimal scaling, yani this normalization the value of attribute by changing the position of the decimal. जैसे मैंने बोला कि इंडिया की पॉपुलेशन कितना है, 130 crores. So it should be like this: 130 unit, 10, 100, 1000, 10,000, lakh, 10 lakh, crore, 10 crore. Okay. So if I'm saying like this one, so if this is the actual population of India, so I want to make it very precise, इसको मेरे को थोड़ा छोटा करना है, so I will be converting to 1.30 millions. Okay. So the precision value will be removed at some extent. Okay. One more zero is still pending. Okay. Okay. So the Indian population can be treated like this also. Okay. So this can be done in the normalization called as a decimal scaling. So are you clear with this one? Yes or no? Yes or no? So huge data can be converted into
Yes, sir.
small data, and this is what we call as a data transformation. So transformation मतलब क्या? Smoothing, aggregating, deserialization, यानी dividing the record into multiple small tables. Attribute contribution, creating a temporary attribute where you will be doing your operations, and then after that removing that column, generalizing your tables, and last one, normalizing the record. So are you clear with this one? One second. हा बोला कुलदीप. Yes. हो लेक्चर चालू आहे माझं ऑनलाईन. मी एक 5 मिनिटात मी फोन लावतो. हो. Yes, any doubts? Yes, any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay. So simple glance to this one. So today we have covered with data reduction. Okay. So I think this part is over. The very limited part of this is concerned, and that will be covered in tomorrow's session. So tomorrow we will be covering these two parts. That is decentralization concept hierarchy. Yeah, already हमारा हो चुका है. Okay. This I already have covered into this one. Uh, One second. No, this it is an concept of hierarchy operations. This is already be covered. Okay. So this is already covered. You go into this one, that is what is top down centralization and bottom up decentralization. That is how to we can divide this one. So this is also being covered. Okay. Now data transformation के ऊपर भी हमने थोड़ा सा आज बात की है. That is the basic task, that is transforming major transformation किस तरीके से हम कर सकते हैं. Up till now I think we have covered this part. Okay. Now what is important in the upcoming, as far as the data the processing is completed, that is a data pre-processing that has been done with the cleaning and transformation and reduction. Now this major part is that ETL part, that will be covered. How the extract, transform and load operations are being done, what all tools are available, and what are techniques are available, and what all methods are available for doing this ETL, that is extract, transform and loading operations, that we will be covering into the upcoming session. So as far as this chapter is concerned, this part is already covered, and ETL part is just pending from my side. Then we can say that the third chapter is also being completed. Yes. Okay, so tomorrow's session will be focusing on ETLs. Okay, are you clear with this one?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I will be sending these notes immediately, and go through these notes, read the concept very clearly, precisely, and get the information of what is exactly the data processing is. Tomorrow's session will be on ETLs, and the description about the ETL in brief. Okay. So till now, anyone is having any doubts, any question you want to ask? Yes. Yes. No question. Okay, then we'll meet tomorrow, and tomorrow we will be talking about the ETLs. Okay. So till then, take care and have a good day.